First at 4, we're tracking the very latest in the fight against the coronavirus. We have new numbers from the state and also some new information on COVID vaccines for children. Plus, Hollywood rocked by tragedy. A crew member died and another injured after ALEC Baldwin discharged a prop firearm on a film set. What we're learning about the investigation. Paula.
Healthcare workers honored with depictions of themselves and their work to save lives during the pandemic.
The pain of the last 18 months.
We'll show you how one local hospital system has commissioned art to honor their workers in perpetuity.
And welcome to your Friday afternoon, my friends. Colder weekend ahead. We certainly have the clouds in place and the chilly air as well. We'll talk about temperatures, the chance of rain, and your 7-day forecast. First at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. First at 4. From booster shots to the latest numbers from the state, we are tracking your latest coronavirus headlines, and we're going to start with where things stand at home. The state reporting 7,505 cases over the last 2 days. That's an average of 3,752 cases a day. Sadly, we have lost 118 Michiganders to the virus. On the vaccine front, the state's vaccination rate sits at 68.4%. State health officials are urging COVID-19 vaccine boosters for those who are eligible. Now, that includes people 65 and older and those of age 18 to 64 that are at high risk. Pfizer says a recent trial shows the child-sized doses of its COVID-19 vaccine are more than 90% effective in kids 5 to 11 years old. The FDA will next review the material and then make a recommendation, likely sometime next week. The town of Manchester taking several safety steps after testing revealed elevated levels of lead in the drinking water there. The Washtenaw County Health Department offered free lead testing for kids 1 to 6 years old and pregnant women. Typically, they are more vulnerable to lead poisoning. Annual testing sampled water in 19 homes. 7 came back higher than the action level. Residents are not being told they should not drink the water, but officials are encouraging the use of lead filters. They're giving those filters to those who can't afford them. We've got breaking news just in from Garden City, where 2 elementary schools are on a precautionary lockdown. The district sending a memo to parents from Memorial and Lathers Elementary saying this is because of a traffic stop incident. The superintendent says there is no immediate threat, but all traffic in and out of the building is suspended for the safety of students and staff. The lockdown will be lifted when police give the all clear. We'll let you know when that occurs. All right, time now for our first look at the forecast. What's in store this weekend, Andrew?
Well, Karen, we're starting off with clouds overhead and the chilly air is certainly in place. We've got temperatures that are in the 40s and low 50s at this hour. We're only managing about 50 degrees both at City Airport and at Metro Airport. To our north and west, it's even chillier. 47 in Howell, 47 in Pontiac. And it remains cloudy. I know these clouds look ominous, but it remains dry. There's a slight chance of rain later on tonight, but nothing to write home about. Right now, we're looking at 50 degrees over at the airport, a wind out of the north keeping us chilly, and those clouds blocking that sunshine as well. But we are seeing slightly sunnier skies farther to our south, cloudier skies to our north with overcast conditions in Lapeer and over in Port Huron. So if you're planning this evening, no rain's going to spoil anything, but just make sure you're prepared. Grab a sweatshirt, a jacket, a knit hat if you're headed to any Friday night football games. When you're in the bleachers, mostly cloudy skies and a chilly 48 degrees. Many kickoffs are at 7 o'clock. We'll talk more about chilly weather for the weekend and the chance of rain before the weekend is over coming up.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Well, the investigation continues in New Mexico after a deadly shooting on this movie set. Police say ALEC Baldwin fired a prop gun that killed 1 crew member and injured another. Kimberly Gill following this, and Kim, the producer and actor, did release his first public comments today on the tragedy.
Karen, this is all being described as a horrible, horrible accident during the filming of a scene on set of Baldwin's new movie called Rust. Production is paused as investigators work to trying to find out exactly what went wrong here. Sheriff's deputies called to the set Thursday afternoon, though. Authorities say Baldwin was filming when he fired a prop gun during a scene. 42-year-old Helyana Hutchins, the film's director of photography, was hit. She was airlifted to an area hospital where she died from her injuries. The film's director, Joel Souza, was also shot. He has since been released from the hospital. The USA Today reports the prop gun was loaded with a live single round. And today, ALEC Baldwin released this statement on Twitter, and I'll just read part of it to you. It says, "There are no words to convey my shock and sadness regarding the tragic accident that took the life of Helena Hutchins, a wife, mother, and deeply admired colleague of ours. I'm fully cooperating with the police investigation to address how this tragedy occurred. I am in touch with her husband, offering my support to him and his family. My heart is broken for her husband, their son, and all who knew and loved Helena." Accidents involving prop weapons have happened before, though. The most high-profile one you might remember happened back in 1993 when actor Brandon Lee died during filming on The Crow after he was shot with a prop gun. Deputies say no charges have been filed as the investigation is ongoing. Karen, we'll have more coming up when you join us for Local 4 News at 5. Until then, we'll send it back to you.
All right. Thank you, Kim.
Sure.
The Supreme Court allowing the Texas law that bans most abortions to remain in place for now, but has agreed to hear arguments in the case on November 1st. The justices said they will decide whether the federal government has the right to sue over the law. The court's action leaves in place, for the time being, a law that clinics say has led to an 80% reduction in abortions in the nation's second largest state. The law bans abortions after cardiac activity is detected, usually about 6 weeks of pregnancy before some women know they're pregnant. The law has been in effect since September. A major tribute is being paid to healthcare workers by Henry Ford Health System in the way of permanent art to be displayed in hospitals and medical centers for everybody to see. The goal is to uplift and emotionally support the scores of workers who've worked tirelessly to save lives during the pandemic. The big reveal is Monday, but only Paula Tutman can give you your first look today.
Hey, Karen. So listen, here's the thing. If you walk through a hospital, you probably won't even realize that there's art on the wall, or maybe you will. I think you'd realize, though, if there wasn't any. There's this transformative power of art. And that's basically what's being done here with management to their employees. They're actually paying homage to their employees by these 10 commissioned pieces of artwork. And as you said, we've got your first sneak peek. If you think the pandemic is over or it was never a big deal, you need only go into Henry Ford Hospital Macomb today and see healthcare professionals suiting up like hazmat workers while leaving their hearts firmly on the outside of their protective gear.
It was, and still is, some of the hardest days of our lives. I mean, it's hard to watch our nurses, they struggle.
Hell, that's what it's been like for doctors, nurses, orderlies, administrators, and yes, of course, patients and their families. Shelley is a nurse at Henry Ford Macomb, and while her 6 children were at home, and while she and her husband, who is also a nurse, were working endless hours, holding the hands of dying patients, fighting to save those who could be saved, her own father was in her hospital fighting for his life because of COVID.
There are days that you come home, but you don't even get home. You make it to your car and you just cry.
And because of the healing nature of art, Henry Ford Health System has found a way to pay permanent homage to its healthcare heroes by commissioning local artists to create art that will forever remind all of us where we've been. Sue is a St. Clair Shores mosaic artist who was commissioned to do a mural. The job was a godsend because not only was she an artist being paid for her work, but as an artist, she could pay it forward to the healthcare workers by what she created.
I want them to feel like they're part of it because we all did this together. That's the way I see this whole pandemic. I feel like we need each other. And who do we need more than the healthcare industry, for crying out loud?
And so for as many as 300 hours, she worked painstakingly, shard of glass by shard of glass, to create a snapshot in time.
And all the people are mosaicked in mirror. The whole point is so that you can see yourself in the middle of all of this chaos.
And I think that's fantastic. I mean, that's like a dedication to all of everything that we have been going through. That's quite honoring to us.
Yeah, and that really is the big point here, and that is to honor these healthcare heroes who've been working so hard. So as we said, the actual reveal is Monday for this particular piece here at Henry Ford Macomb. But keep in mind, there are 9 other pieces of artwork from commissioned artists from around the area, and they'll have different unveilings throughout the year, again, as a way to help heal and uplift those who've been working so hard to heal us. Karen?
So appreciated, really, and talented artists, obviously. We appreciate the sneak peek. Thank you, Paula. Well, the state of Ohio makes a big blunder when revealing its new license plate design. We're going to show you what the designer got backwards coming up in today's trending stories. And the search may be over, but the investigation continues in the disappearance and death of Brian Laundrie. But first, could too much or too little sleep be bad for your brain? We'll tell you what researchers say is the sweet spot next in Good Health.